every voice, it counts them all. A team of hearts with plans to share. For every soul we're standing there. It's in the ballot, it's in our hands. Together we rise and take a stand. For every dream, for every need, community spirit is our creed. The vote is here to pave the way, working hard both night and day, delivering hope, delivering dreams. We are the ones who fuel the streams. Every corner, every street.
All right. Good afternoon. Welcome to It's in the Ballot for the Tawa Community Board. My name is Nick Hollander and I'm your host. And today with me I have Michael Hill, not the jeweler. And he is the only one who has shown up. So that right there tells you something. All right, let's roll credits.
I've 19 years raising a family in Tawa, and I found it a wonderful place to raise a family, including my grandson. I've been very active in the community, and I've been involved with the Tawa Rugby Club, the Tawa Football Club, and also the Tawa Tennis Club. Currently, I'm a member of the Residents Association. I'm also a volunteer at the Linden Community Centre. I deliver food over to the Kite Kitchen every Friday. And I just like to be engaged generally with the community. My background is I've come from a well-experienced life experience in policing at senior command levels around the country and also in Surrey. And I've been a senior leader across government in a range of regulatory roles. I'm here really at the community board to make a difference. I want to be able to invest my skills and my time into enriching this community, supporting you out there, and getting your voice into decision making. If I can do that, I'll be pretty contented because that's what makes me tick, really. So thank you for having me, and I'd really appreciate your vote.
Oh, thank you, Michael. All right, let's get on to our box questions, and we're going to start with question B. How would you stand up for your community interests if it differs from your own opinion?
My experience is engaging fully with the community and understanding their perspective. And I would use that to inform my perspective. If their view of the community was different to mine, I would sway and probably rephrase what I was thinking in terms to bring out what the community perspective was. But I certainly would not leave the community hanging.
Well said, well said. So, how willing are you to work with local hapu and iwi at a community board level?
I'm very willing. My experience is that I've established advisory groups with Māori over my policing career. The last one was Te Rauaraha in North Shore. And I've always kept and valued that relationship with iwi, excuse me. And I have always made it an active intention to get iwi involved in those decisions. And as I said, I value them.
Come on, where's my clappers? Where is my clappers? Thank you.
Sorry. Clappers on strike at the moment, along with the nurses.
Now, that is all right. We will forgive you. Now, sorry about that, Laura. I will endeavor to do better. Do you support political party endorsement?
No, I'm right against it.
A, by the way.
No, I'm right against political party endorsements. I'm running as an independent.
No,
Yes.
questions aren't lining up.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, community, yeah, you're reading off the Tawa General Board's list.
That's still a good thing to know, though, yes?
Do you want me to go again?
Yes.
Yeah.
So do you stop when this is, is it live?
We're still live.
We're still live.
You know, because Laura's going to be going.
Yes, yep.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we answer that very quickly.
Yeah. Question.
The question was, how willing are you to work with local hapu and iwi and Councillor Lemon? Oh no, sorry, do you support political party endorsement?
Yeah, so I'm a full independent. I don't think there's any part for national politics and local body stuff. And I don't think there's a part for ideology running how the council works. So I'm fully independent.
Okay, thank you very much, Michael. All right, let's get back on track. So, from your own position, iwi. What community project would you be happy to support for Community Board Council grants? Question E.
Well, the key thing for the community board here is Spring into Tawa, and I would support that. I'd also support the revamp of the Tawa Community Centre and the library complex. They're two very good projects.
Come on, Sam, where are you? All right. So what factors currently support community gardens in your area, and what actions could be taken to improve or create new ones? F for Foxtrot.
Well, the only one I really know of is the one that is done under the Residents Association, and that's a project that enlists good support from around the community, and I'd like to see that continue.
And being on the Residents Board Association, so do you spend any time gardening yourself?
I'm not a great gardener, even though I've got a big property, and I've had to garden more with chainsaws and weed eaters rather than small gardens, but I'm willing to learn.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. All right, let's go G for golf. What would your role entail in overseeing the planning, regulation, and implementation of traffic, parking, signage, and related policy changes, including community consultation processes? Sorry, that's a bit.
Quite a long question.
Yeah.
Well, my focus would be to ensure that the community has a good say in whatever developments were going to be done in parking, and I'd make sure that the consultation was done in accordance with getting their voice into those decisions.
Thank you very much. H for hotel. How accessible is the current community board, and what steps would you take to improve its accessibility if needed?
I think the current community board is quite accessible, and they're doing a pretty good job. What I'd like to see is more engagement around a number of the decisions that are made going forward, and I'd be really keen to call in key members of the community in a strategic way to get their voice into anything that's going to move forward.
All right, so question I for Indigo. How can the community board contribute to civil defence and emergency management in our area?
Yeah, well, I have a background where I've got an international qualification in the management of disasters and civil emergencies, so I know a little bit about it. But the key thing here is that the community board is the hub. It's got to fit in with the current CDEM civil defence structure. But what's missing is the level from the community board down to the community needs to be enriched so that people are more connected at the community level. And I think I could do a lot to try and bring that to a higher level of engagement and improvement.
So, how do you feel that, this is a little bit of a question of mine. How do you feel in general, that the community is engaged with the community board?
I think there is room for improvement. There's certainly an opportunity every month for the community to front up at the community board and to have their views heard. So, and there's also the community board's quite engaged too with the Spring into Tawa and other events around Tawa. So there are opportunities for engagement, but I think there is another level that could be done directly with the community.
I think that would be important. Good answer. All right, J for Juliet. This is our traditionally our hard-hitting question.
Oh, no, won't be
Nope.
able to J under there. It's HHQ.
Thank you very much, HHQ. So what is your position on retaining Wellington City Council's Te Whanganui, Atara Maui Ward and Greater Wellington Regional Councils Te Upuku o Te Ika a Maui constituency? Why do you hold that view?
Well, it's really important from a partnership perspective, and I've always done it through policing career, is to keep the iwi and Māori engaged into all decisions that really relate to the land and to the community. So if the current system of representation is working, and that it really has been subject to some review, well, I'm all in favour for it. If that doesn't work, well, then we have to find alternative ways of getting iwi into decision-making of council. But I think the current system we should go with, and we should review it in terms of effectiveness down the track.
Thank you very much. All right. Now, just going through, yeah. So how would you stand for the community at the council table on issues where council is not in support of them? C for Charlie.
Sorry, can you redo that question?
Yep.
Thank you.
How will you stand for the community at the council table on issues where council is not in support of them?
I'd want to be very clear in my position first in terms of the community, because I'd want to know that I represented their voice. And if I represented their voice and I was sure of the position, I would challenge that decision at council, and I would advocate for a new way to look at it.
Thank you for that. Now, just for some of our viewers out there who may not know, what is the function of the community board?
The community board is one of the two community boards in this area that basically acts as a mini board that will make decisions and advocate for community projects that would otherwise fly under the radar. So it's pretty structured. It has full meetings with full agendas, and representations are made back into council. And I know that there are some decisions are made by the community board. For example, I recently put in a new street into where I'm living, and I had to take the name of the street down to the community board for their approval, which is Tiara Kahuhu. So that's the type of decision that they will make.
What does that mean? Sorry, what does the name of the street mean?
It's named after a native tree.
Thank you very much. These things interest me. Yeah. Now.
So it's Pittosporum, the native tree is Pittosporum.
Yeah. Well, we have gone through these questions really quickly, as none of your fellow candidates have shown up.
Would you to normal wards questions while you're at it?
No, we were going to save that for the next show. But I was going to give you this opportunity to give a closing statement. And if there was anything else you would like to add that, you know, isn't in the format, please feel free.
Okay. Look, thanks. I appreciate being here, and I really appreciate the opportunity to be able to speak to the community. Really, a vote for me is a vote for someone who will invest and take action for the community. I will work with you to resolve problems. And for example, the Linden Community Shopping Centre is a bit of a bugbear for me. It really upsets me that that block of shops there is going through degradation. It's been left there unattended for years, and something needs to happen with that. If I get on the community board, I'm going to make an effort to sort that out. That building has got to be changed. It's otherwise going to suffer from graffiti, and it'll be a crime centre. So we don't want those things in Tawa. We've got to make sure that that sort of impression is not there. I will support also and champion actions that enhance our green zones and family areas. Look, I would go down to the river, walk down the rain down at Takapū Road at least 3 times a week with the dog, and I love it down there. I'd also go to other areas which I just really enjoy the natural nature of Tawa. So I want to enhance those areas and make sure they're very safe. And finally, what you'll get from me, other than my focus on community safety and keeping things enhanced and in good condition, what you'll get from me is someone who will engage, and will sponsor you and your voice into community decisions, and also recommendations that will go back to the council. So thank you for the time, thank you for the team here, and thank you for my colleagues who have been very helpful in this debate. Cheers.